हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू आईटी कैरियर। आज की इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग। इंटरव्यू में हम ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड कैसे आंसर कर सकते हैं, 3 क्वेश्चन हम आज डिस्कस करेंगे। व्हाट इज़ ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग, क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है उनके, कैसे हम उनको इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं, क्यों हम ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग यूज़ करते हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें आज की इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे। सो लेट्स डिस्कस। What is object-oriented programming? Object-oriented programming is a technique or methodology which provides set of suggestions or guidelines for creating real-world object in the programming world by achieving security and dynamic binding. Which means object-oriented programming एक टेक्निक है, कोई प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज नहीं है, एक अप्रोच ऑफ कोडिंग है। By using OOP concept, we can develop highly scalable application to accept feature enhancement as per requirements. We are using OOP's concept to create real-world object in the programming world, to achieve security to object data, to achieve dynamic binding between object communications. Why we are using object-oriented programming? We can answer these 3 lines. OOPs provide 9 concepts: class, object, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, message passing, loose coupling, runtime polymorphism. Class and object we are using to represent real world object in the programming world. Encapsulation we are using for security. Inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, message passing, loose coupling, runtime polymorphism, these we are using dynamic binding. Let's see one by one. Class is an user-defined data type. It is used for storing multiple values of an object and also used for implementing operations of an object. Class is a blueprint or a specification of an object. It is specify what an object contains and performs an operations by declaring variables and methods. क्लास के अंदर हम क्या डिफाइन करते हैं, क्या क्लास परफॉर्म करना है, सेम चीज़। कैसे हम रियल टाइम में क्लास को यूज़ करते हैं, क्लास क्या है, क्या कंटेन करता है, वो चीज़ें हमें क्लियरली बतानी है। सेम चीज़ मेंशन है। जावा सपोर्ट 6 टाइप्स ऑफ क्लासेस: इंटरफेस, abstract class, concrete class, final class, enum, annotation. We will see later one by one these classes in another video. Object. Object is a real world thing which is an instance of a class. For example, employee, bank account, a student, anything we are seeing in the real world, that is an object. Encapsulation. The process of creating a class by hiding internal data from the outside world and accessing it through publicly exposed methods known as data encapsulation. In Java, we can develop encapsulation by declaring all variables as private, by defining one pair of public setter and getter methods. We declare variable as private to stop accessing them directly from outside class, and we define public setter and getter methods to access the same private variables from outside the class but with proper validations. So in Java we can achieve encapsulation by declaring variable as private or by defining one pair of public setter and getter methods. If anybody asks you how to achieve encapsulation, we can answer this. Inheritance. The process of creating a new class from the existing class. The new class inherits all the capabilities of existing class by obtaining type, properties and behaviors of an existing class called as inheritance. Through inheritance, we will achieve reusability and runtime polymorphism. Nothing but dynamic binding. Polymorphism. Process of defining a method with multiple implementation for exhibiting different behaviors of the object in the same operations. In Java, we can develop polymorphism in two ways: by using method overriding and by using method overloading. Method overriding provide runtime polymorphism and method overloading provide compile time polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism means method is executing from the different class. Compile time polymorphism is method is executing from the same class. ओवरलोडिंग में क्या करते हैं, मेथड को हम सेम क्लास में ही ओवरलोड करते हैं विद द डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स, सेम नेम होता है. ओवरलोडिंग क्या होता है, डिफाइनिंग अ मल्टीपल मेथड विद द सेम नेम विद डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स, so that will execute from the same class. That is called runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism. Abstraction. Abstraction means hiding an object operation implementation details from the user and providing only necessary details to access the object operation is called abstraction. In Java, we can develop abstraction by using abstract method by declaring it either in abstract class or interface. If you are defining any method inside interface, by default that is a abstract method, or we can define abstract method inside a abstract class also by using the abstract keyword. So in Java, we can achieve abstraction by defining an abstract method either inside an interface or abstract class. What is message passing? Object communicate with one another by sending and receiving information to each other with the help of a mechanism called message passing. Loose coupling. Coupling means the degree of dependencies between the objects or between the component is called coupling. If the degree of dependency is more, then it is called tight coupling. If the degree of dependency is less, then it is called loose coupling. What is runtime polymorphism? The process of executing or invoking method from different subclass based on the object stored in the reference variable is called runtime polymorphism. We can achieve runtime polymorphism by using overriding concept. Simple आपको याद रखना है. If the method is executing from the different class, not from the same class. If that method is executing from the different class, that means we are doing runtime polymorphism. When we are defining superclass method in subclass to implement the logic according to the business requirement, then it is called overriding method. That overriding method provides runtime polymorphism. Why we are overriding the method? To provide implementation to that method. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe IT Career.